How's it going, everyone? We've been covering a lot of digital game deals. To be fair, we haven't done as good of a job of covering the physical PlayStation game deals recently, so got a phenomenal deal for you guys here in this video on one of the best games of 2023, and honestly, one of my favorite games of the last decade. We'll go over that, and there are a bunch of other good deals across Amazon and Best Buy, so more on that in a little bit. But let's highlight the major deal, and that is a new low price for the Resident Evil 4 remake. Finally, it kind of settled at that $19.99 price range for a while. It is down to $15, and the RE4 remake for $15 is an absolutely outstanding buy. I've said it before, Resident Evil 4 the remake is taking one of the greatest video games of all time, doing an incredible remake on it, and it's one of the greatest video games of all time again. You know, I feel really strongly about Delta Snake Eater as well. I think that remake is exceptional. RE4 I would rank as a better remake as far as what it does. MGS3 is incredible in the form of it stays really true to what Snake Eater was back in the day, but Resident Evil 4 I just thought was so exceptionally well done, and Resident Evil 4 already is among the greatest video games of all time. Like, it's in that MGS3 category of the mid-2000s were producing some amazing games, and RE4 certainly was one of the standouts. An exceptional game, and for $15, a great pickup, and would highly recommend it at this price point. Unfortunately, with this edition, you don't get the Separate Ways expansion, which Separate Ways is quite good, but you're paying $15 here, and that deal is just ridiculous, so definitely check it out. And I always feel like Resident Evil 4 is a great Resident Evil for newcomers to the series. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is great. You know, even Biohazard is a decent time, but Resident Evil 4 from an action standpoint I thought was really well done, and I think most people will end up really enjoying it. So $15 for that, great pickup there. Definitely the standout deal that I'm going to mention, because that is a historic low price point. Next up, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 Standard Edition. Hell, this is a historic low price point as well. This is just going down and down in price. It came out like 2 months ago. It's already 30% off for $35. Look, I love Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I think it's a really good time, and it's an incredibly addictive game. Does it have a bit of a learning curve? Yes, but once you start figuring out the tricks, once you start getting the real big multipliers and you start scoring big, I feel like this is one of the more rewarding games that you can come across when you figure it out yourself, when you figure out the map and the layout, and then you're just landing wild tricks and chaining combos. I just think it's a great time, and the soundtrack's great. It's just a super addicting game, and it's one of those games that I can constantly go back to in the sense of, you know, I don't know what to play, and maybe I just want to listen to a podcast at the same time. I say that often, but I think, you know, Pro Skater's a pretty good time, but at the same time, Pro Skater's got a great soundtrack, so maybe you just want to be in tune with that. Either way, it's a great time, and for $35, definitely a worthwhile pickup there. Next up, Tales of Grace's F Remastered is $29.99. I believe this has just had a price drop, so this isn't something like you're on the clock and you gotta pick it up now for $30. Tales of Grace's F is a really good remaster, I should say. This remastered release is a good remaster. As far as Tales of games go, Tales of Grace's is definitely not among my absolute favorites, but as I've said before, the Tales of games are so consistently good that even something that most people would agree as like a lesser game in like Zestria is still a really solid game. And a lot of people do really like Grace's. I am of the opinion that it's in the bottom half of the best Tales of games, or the all-time Tales of games, but it's still a solid game. And again, when you have a franchise that's this consistent, and most people would probably say that none of the games are truly blowaway, but a lot of the games are very good. Grace's is still in that very good category, and you know, it's no Abyss, and Abyss to me from a narrative standpoint at least is a blowaway game, but nonetheless, hopefully we'll get a remaster or a remake of that sooner rather than later. But yeah, Grace's up for $29.99. I think that's a pretty good deal. Sonic Frontiers is $19.93. I mean, I've been talking up Sonic Frontiers for damn near 3 years now, and it is a really good game. Does it have its shortcomings? Absolutely. But I feel like they left a foundation here where they can build upon it, and with whenever they drop the sequel, hopefully next year, I think lining it up with the next Sonic the Hedgehog movie would make all the sense in the world. I think they can drop one of the best Sonic games of all time. Frontiers laid that foundation. You saw that build a little bit with Sonic X Shadow Generations, and Sonic games, for whatever reason, just banger soundtracks left and right. Like, there is no reason for Sonic to have soundtracks that go this hard, but Frontiers, once again, a soundtrack that goes so hard and just such a great lineup of tracks there. But $19.93 on that, good price, and it really isn't getting much cheaper. Maybe it'll get down to $15 during Black Friday. That would be great, but yeah, $19.93 on that. Next up, we have FANTASIAN Neo Dimension, $29.99 on this. I really enjoyed this game, however, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. This is an upgraded and enhanced release of what was initially a mobile JRPG. Now, mobile games, I think, inherently are gonna have that outlook of, oh, it's a mobile game. I feel like Octopath Traveler 0 is gonna deal with some of that as well, but the standard on mobile games has gone up, and JRPGs on a mobile device with, like, you know, the power of mobile devices, I still think can turn out pretty well, and FANTASIAN, I thought, turned out pretty damn well. Now, it is a very challenging game. It is not going to hold your hand as far as the battles are concerned, and it damn near made me break a controller, but I love the art styles of this game. I actually thought the story was really good. I know some people were a little bit down on that. I thought the characters were likable. I thought the story was pretty decent, and overall, I had a great time with the game. I think for $29.99, it's a good pickup, and again, it is super, super challenging, and at times, to me, it got infuriating, but that might just be a, you know, kid, get good, pal, but nonetheless, $29.99 on that. It's a niche Square Enix release, so you know it's gonna hold up in price for quite a while. And then we have Marvel vs. Capcom, the Arcade Classics Collection. This is $24.88. I mean, this is just an incredible collection. 7 of classic titles that shaped Marvel vs. Capcom. You got MVC2 in there, which is one of the most iconic fighting games of all time. Even though I didn't grow up in that era, this is one of those games that everybody heard of, and my first exposure to MVC2 was when it became a downloadable game on PlayStation 3, so a little bit later than a lot of other people, but nonetheless, I had a great time with it back then. I didn't get super good at it, but still, you've got so many iconic characters clashing it out, and for $24.88 for this collection, I think it's a great pickup. Lastly, I do want to mention one deal over at Best Buy, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Suikoden, Suikoden, whatever you want to call it. $29.99 on this. Good to see this get cheaper and cheaper. You know, $30 for both titles. They aren't the lengthiest JRPGs in the world. I think Suikoden 1 you can finish in like 25, 30 hours, but I remember growing up when Suikoden 2 was like $130 for the PlayStation 1 copy, so it's just nice having it preserved in this collection with some quality of life improvements and whatnot, and $29.99 again. I think that's a really solid pickup for Suikoden 1 and 2, but that is going to do it for me. Again, that deal on Resident Evil 4 is absolutely fantastic. $15 on that. By far a historic low price point, so definitely check that out. Some other great deals. Links to everything in the description box below. If you do buy anything from Amazon, we get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.